Thank you, Asaph.
Thanks, Asaph.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Noelle McBoy.
And we have a great show for you guys, as in all the meetings this week are really short, so hence today is going to be a really short day for Wake Up Missoula.
Gonna be a short show. Sometimes we sing that song.
Gonna be a
when it's a
short show.
Short show.
But let's talk about the weather. That's not short. And it's been happening all summer long. All summer, winter long. I don't want to say summer because it's a summer, winter in Missoula. And everywhere else where it's winter, it's been nothing in Missoula. It's been cold, I guess.
Yeah.
And not even really that.
I mean, not really.
No. It's 33 degrees right now.
You guys
and
check it out.
you can expect it to have isolated showers today with a high of 61 degrees. That's right, 61 degrees. Yesterday, I looked at my phone and it was up to like 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Wow.
And partly cloudy tonight. It's still going to be touching freezing temperatures. Friday it's going to get 63, and then Saturday it's going to be also nice. Saturday night there's a chance of showers, but like any other day, it doesn't seem like the showers really will hit us because it didn't hit us the last couple of days. It just keeps on being bumped up to the next day.
At least we're getting moisture. Like, it's not snow, but it's rain. And
Yeah.
so that helps at least. But goodbye winter, I guess.
Goodbye,
Maybe
winter.
it'll happen in...
And we're also having a giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you interested in two free tickets. Oh, I'll just do it to this camera too.
Yeah.
2 free tickets to, if you can read it, it's The Rainmaker playing at the MCT.
Mm-hmm.
And if you post on our Facebook page,
Yay.
Wake Up Missoula, giving us a good idea how we can promote it, you can win. So it's kind of like one of those like tricks. It's like, how can we
promote these? If you give us an idea of how we can...
If you give us a good idea how we can
these
promote the free ticket giveaway, you can have it.
You'll win these tickets.
And of course, the contest ends. I guess.
Thursday? Let's do Thursday.
Let's do this Friday.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
this Friday. Contest ends this Friday.
Or-
the Rainmaker is March 27th.
Yes,
On
and that is
Friday,
the last
7:30.
Friday of this month.
Yep.
No other day.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't. If you can't do it this last Friday of the month at.
Yeah.
It's happening at 7:30 p.m. That Friday night, the March 27th, the last Friday of this month, and it's the Rainmaker. MCT always puts on one serious play every year, every season, and this is it.
Yeah. Should be good.
Okay.
But we've got some social media to promote.
Let's talk
You
about
guys
our
wanna
website,
check it out?
wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can go here, see wonderful things. You click on videos. You can see our past episodes from past weeks, interviews,
lots of
Flagship
interviews.
Friday, our Irish Spring Concert Series videos that I've been putting up. You can learn all about what Wake Up Missoula is all about. You could contact us as well, where you can leave your name, email, subject, and message us and say, hey, I want to be on your show to talk about this,
Whatever
that,
you
and
want
the other
to.
thing.
You can check us out on Twitter,
Yep.
or you can tweet us.
I'll
can check
tweet
us
you
out
back.
on Wake Up Missoula on Facebook. You
Again.
can also check out Missoula Community Access Television on Facebook and Missoula Community Access Television online at MCAT.org.
And also, you can follow MCAT on Twitter now. They put a brand new programming that's happening tonight, and then and it's in live time, so you can see what's all new. And MCAT.org, you can get in contact with us. You can email us at MCAT@MCAT.org. So it's MCAT@MCAT.org. That's where you can email us. That's our general inbox. Or you can call us 542-6228 to make a show, be on a show. All sorts of wonderful things.
Lots of crazy stuff happens. All it's out here.
Wonderful things that happen here at MCAT.
But
All right, so I do want to show some trending.
Yeah.
I got some trending stuff to talk about. And one of the biggest trending things is Zoolander.
Oh.
Zoolander 2 has been announced for 2016.
Yes! That's gonna be great. I hope it's
Ben
as good
Stiller
as the
and
first
Owen
one.
Wilson were dressed up as their characters, and they went to the Paris Fashion Week, and they dressed up and they modeled.
Really?
Out there. And
That's awesome.
Yep. And the whole Blurred Lines lawsuit. There was a lawsuit. Marvin Gaye's family sued Pharrell Williams and Robin Thicke because
why?
they stole the song. Gotta Get It.
Oh.
And
I didn't know
the
that.
lawsuit made him pay more than $7 million in restitution for copyright infringement.
That's what you get.
That's happening with that. I got a couple
Wow, that's intense.
unnecessarily cute animal videos. So here is Yorkie puppy attacks baby boy. Just having too much fun. And then he goes for the kill. Wait for it. And boom! The baby had never had a chance.
That was pretty cute.
Yeah. And another video is with a cat. So yeah, this is our internet today. This is trends is animal video. So here.
Okay, this is a human to cat translator. Here we go.
She was like,
no way, that's not gonna happen.
That tone with me.
All right, and now we get a little more serious with our training videos, and this kind of like what would you do? You know, like kind of like hidden camera stuff where these people basically are seeing how people would react to people who would attempt to commit suicide and show the signs of suicide. So here's a little.
Scary.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through the video. It's a long video, but I suggest you check it out. It's trending on YouTube.
Maybe life just isn't for everybody. Maybe not everybody is cut out to be able to handle the problems that life throws at us. Nothing's going the way I expected it to go. It's just, I've really had enough. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Can you just, can you stop up here? Yeah, stop right here, stop right here. Stop right here, please. Just stop right here. Look, listen, I want to thank you so much for talking to me. I want to thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it, okay? I really appreciate those words. That was really the best thing to hear before everything happened. Thank you, man.
Sir, it's $28.30, sir.
Here's 60 for your family.
Sir, that's too much, sir.
And this is a note
Note?
that I need you to give my family.
Your family? Why do I have to give it to your family, sir?
What?
What are you going to do? What are you trying to do here?
I told you, life is hard. I can't handle it. I'm gonna jump.
You cannot jump off these.
Why?
Yeah. And then it just goes.
It's only $28, sir. Sir, don't die, sir. We need good people like you, sir. Sir.
And then they convince them to
Thank
get
you
off the
so
bridge.
Thank you so much.
All right, so
That's super intense.
yeah, so those are actors pretending to commit suicide, and they and then they have it with real people, the cab drivers, and see how they would react.
That's pretty intense.
But I'm gonna
on a
lighten the
lighter
mood.
note.
I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit with a little taste of this is Kyle Mooney and Brooke Bennett from Saturday Night Live. They do their own on the street stuff where they talk to people and they portray different characters, but in a more comical way. So here's a little taste of that. This is about bullying. It's kind of ridiculous.
Hey, what are you doing? That's my burger.
It's mine now. What are you gonna do about it?
Give it back to me. You're acting like a bully.
I don't care. Who's gonna stop me?
Give it to me.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Why didn't you stop me?
He was being a bully to me. That's my bad.
You could have stopped him. You could have helped him get his burger back and had an impact in stopping bullying in America today.
All right, thank you, sir. Just keep an eye out.
Yeah. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's another one which is pretty funny as well. Wait, which one was it? I'll just skip ahead to it.
Kid Daddy is lost.
This is pretty good. Oh wait. All right.
Saturday Night Live is gold. It's been gold
Okay,
for
here.
40 years.
Yeah. No, these two guys have doing internet viral videos, and then that's how they got on Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Here's another taste of what they've done. Here it is.
Hi, I'd like like to apply for the new job.
Yeah, we can maybe give you the job, but we'll pay you less than a man.
But that's not fair. I can do the job just as good as a man, plus I got better qualifications.
I don't care.
Excuse me, sir. You're walking away from a woman who's being denied equal pay. Why didn't you say anything? Come on, y'all.
Gotta make our voices heard.
All right. Okay, that was kind of ridiculous.
God. That guy was sexist.
See, I told you I lightened the mood a little bit, but yeah, I mean, like it seems like a lot of people.
Those guys are funny.
A lot of people really like those. The behind the scenes. What would you do? Like Dateline on whatever channel it's on nowadays, ABC, NBC. It's all the same now. It's like everybody loves the candid camera stuff. Like everybody loves their little 5 minutes of fame here and there.
Yep. Well, it's reality, but
yeah, it's also like they're actors, and it's just like I saw the last one I saw was about like elder abuse, and it was just like an elder actor and a young guy who was just like shaking this is like wow.
Oh man, I just tried to beat up that old man. Why don't you say anything?
It is completely ridiculous.
That's pretty funny.
But now that I got some more funny, I'm going to bring it back to more serious note again.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about this proclamation before I move on.
It's an important proclamation.
The proclamation is whereas the city of Missoula joins with Canada to spur awareness in Montana, the Great Plains region, and the United States for murdered and missing indigenous women. And there is no comprehensive estimate of indigenous women who are missing and murdered in the United States, but many factors contribute to this epidemic, such as fear, stigma, legal barriers, racism, sexism, and the devastating levels of violence in the U.S. And whereas nearly half of all Native American women in the United States have been raped, beaten, or stalked by an intimate partner, they have 2.5 times more likely to experience sexual assault. 1 in 3 will be raped in her lifetime, and on some reservations, women are murdered at a rate of 10 times higher than the national average. So this proclamation was made, and it was called Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women Awareness Day, and it's happening this Friday, March 13th.
That's important.
And this is how a couple of the indigenous Native American women kind of reacted. I have 2 quotes from them, and this is what happened at the city council meeting last night.
Belcourt, and I just had wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all and to thank the City of Missoula and the mayor for supporting this proclamation. I'm speaking today as just a community member and also somebody who actually lost my sister to murder in 2001, and I work to try to advocate on her honor for people to be aware of the fact that in my sister's case, we were very fortunate in that the people who were responsible were prosecuted. However, for many Native families, they do not have that opportunity, particularly for our tribal community members who live on reservation communities. So I'd like to thank you for advancing this public health information and this important topic. So thank you on behalf of myself and my family.
I'd like to thank the City Council as well as Brian von Lossberg for helping to bring this proclamation forward and to bring this issue forward I'm Ruth Ann Swaney, and I'm a graduate student here at the University of Montana. I'm originally from the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation, which is in the heart of the Bakken, and my husband told me not to cry. So a lot of my family is directly impacted by the violence and the trafficking that is occurring. And so I truly appreciate what you've done today. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, she just got hired at the university in the forestry department. She has a bachelor's in organismal biology or something like that. I don't know. She's got pretty impressive credentials and just got hired at the university. Woohoo! But yeah, that's
that's all
I can say is
a lot of interesting stuff happened.
There really are. And one thing I found really interesting is that the Bakken oil fields are they're not producing as much oil anymore.
Yeah.
And so hopefully
a lot of the people I've known have had to come back.
can just settle out, and hopefully all that trafficking and all the violence and everything that goes on can just maybe come to a level playing field or maybe reduce. But
yeah, I mean,
that's tough issues over there.
Yeah, there's always a lot of issues because you have a lot of men going over there, and like people try to sell them, prostitution because they try to take advantage of men's needs.
Yep.
And they try to convince the guys, hey, it's no big deal. They want to do this.
But they don't.
Some of them do. I mean, some of them got the idea that they want to do this because it's the only way to make a living over there.
Well, there's an article in the newspaper yesterday about a woman that was sold into prostitution at like 13 years old.
Yeah. Over
in North Dakota. And then so she was just like, so it's about her and about trying to help other women. But that's some serious stuff, and it's really, really, really scary.
Yeah.
And so I'm such a promoter about women having weapons and like learning self-defense and learning martial arts because you got to protect yourselves.
You have a taser, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I totally have a taser.
You watch out for Noelle. She'll do a she'll do that Z snap with her taser on you.
What you do when my cousin does in New York, he just says get a big baseball bat.
Yeah.
Well, don't a lot of women like carry bricks in their purses?
I think so.
Well, in New York, you got to pack in New York. I have family there, so.
Yeah, you totally do.
Like you're so close to so many people, and then there's that guy who's like inappropriately touching you on the subway, and it's like, will you stop? It's like, I'm sorry, but there's like no room in here. My hands just kind of go wherever.
That's terrible.
It happens.
Yeah, it totally happens. But yeah, seriously, women need weapons.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in weapons.
Yeah, there was this another funny view where this woman and guy were like fist fighting on the subway, and this guy like literally walked right in between them, and he was looking at his phone the whole time. And none of them did anything. They were just like, what are you doing? And he's like, he didn't even talk to them. He didn't look at them in the eye. He just walked right in the middle of them and just kind of stopped them and just did this.
Really?
And then they stopped. It was just like...
Was that on purpose, or was he just like totally oblivious?
No, he totally did it on purpose.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But he just did it and made it look like he was oblivious. And it was just like, oh, okay, I guess we're done fighting.
That's hilarious. You'll have to find that video. I'd like to see
I can show. It was pretty funny when I saw it.
That is super funny.
But... Moving on, this is some of the new programming happening on MCAT tonight, and it's the Presidential Lecture Series. And tomorrow night is the hospice. The hospice talks. They do it once their monthly meeting at the Up Missoula, and this is what's happening new on MCAT tonight and tomorrow night on Channel 189.
How to trust people from very different cultures and very different places in trading. Trust reduces what is called transaction costs. In the old stock market, in the old diamond stock market in Antwerp, people could shake hand, say even utter the Hebrew words mazal bracha, which means luck and blessing, and that was the end of transaction.
What's going on with both of them was what was diagnosed as some dementia, getting combative at home, and they came into the unit. And part of what we would do as chaplains was asking often patients about living wills. And neither of these patients have a living will. Both of them were saying had made suicidal gestures at home with guns.
All right.
Well, up next, I got some events for everyone.
Let's talk about events.
Okay. So, happening today, as always, is Family Fun Time at Mismo Gymnastics. It's where it's an open gym for ages walking to 12 years of age, and parents and children can move around different stations and choose what they want to do. That's from at 9:30 today. There's also a preschool play group at the Better of Gymnastics for ages walking to 5, and they also set up activities around the station, around the gym, and then parents and children can also choose what they want to do. Yeah. Children's Museum of Missoula, they've got their rice table from 11 to 12 today. You can come sift, scoop, and pour in their sensory rice table. The Spectrum Discovery area, they've got their optics senses. So their Discovery Bench is optics, and the Brain Lab is senses, and it's $3.50 for anyone 4 and over. And if you're 3 and under, you get them for free. there is a Mountain Home Montana open house. They are going to be giving tours on the hour, and then they're going to be, this is a new apartment building that's coming up. It's going to be on 2606 South Avenue West. And so they're just going to have an open house. You can get a tour and get a chance to see what they're talking about and what they built. There is a lecture about studying climate change in Vietnam at the university today at noon.
Cool.
And so the speakers are Nikki Fear, which is a climate change studies instructor and program coordinator at the UM, and Mara Meanham is the UM study abroad student participant. And so they're just going to be talking about Vietnam's agricultural region and environment and what climate change is going on over there. There's a free matinee at the Missoula Public Library starting at 2 p.m. today. It's called The Awful Truth with Cary Grant and Irene Dune. It's for free at 2 p.m. at the Public Library.
Is that the movie that was remade into the Gerald Butler, Katherine Heigl movie?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't
know. They always do like classic films on their matinee.
Oh yeah, then
yeah.
it must have been remade.
I think that one was from.
I think it was
like 50s.
Okay,
yeah.
so it was remade into that.
I think so.
Terrible Katherine Heigl film.
She's such a good actress, but she's just been in so many bad movies.
No, she just does all those movies where just like she's like.
She just plays the same character.
She's a high-strung, independent woman who doesn't need no man, and then the Reverend Edge's guy tells her that you do need a man. I was like, I'll just right.
I saw that.
It's so
and
like.
He was like, you need to grow your hair out. I was like, this movie is.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole concept is disconcerting for a whole generation of girls.
Yeah.
Anyways, no.
Yeah, I agree. I think we have some really bad role models.
Yeah.
That's why I want to be a role model.
You are the greatest role model.
I try. Okay, at Greeno Park, they're doing a stream monitoring training. This is put on by the Watershed Education Network. Starts at 4 p.m. today. And so it's just, training is going to cover all you need to know for volunteering on their school stream monitoring field trips or their citizen science stream team. So you can RSVP, call 541-9287, and you're going to meet them over at the Park Pavilion at 4 p.m. today. KBGA is going to be at the North Side Kettle House Brewing Company. So North Side, they've got their pint night every Wednesday night from 5 to 8, where they donate 50 cents from each beer to the nonprofit of the night. And it's KBGA tonight.
Nice.
Which, it's a great little station over there.
We should ask for money from them.
I know, we should.
Like knowing Montana and our alcoholism, we make lots and lots of money. It's sad, but it's kind of true.
Montech, they've got their Innovative Initiative lecture today. You can learn from Kent Bradford about how to set up small startups and firms and how they can escape the geographical tyranny of Western Montana. What?
Huh?
I don't know.
It's
not tyranny.
That's not
I
my
love
problem.
this place. Zootown Arts Community Center have got their monthly glass fusing orientation class. You can go in there and learn how to fuse glass. You can learn how the entire process works. It's $15 to $20 cost of glass, and then I know. Sorry, you guys. Pretty sure it's like. Here, I'll click on the. Let me just click on this website. Okay, $20 for non-members, $15 for members. Cost of glass usually $5 to $20.
Cool.
So yeah, pretty affordable, and it sounds like it's really fun. And once you go to this glass fusing orientation class, you can go in there at any time and fuse your own glass whenever you want to.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The Sunrise Saloon, they've got country dance lessons from instructor Kathy Clark. Wednesday nights, it's country swing, and it's $5 per person. Oh, it starts at 7. Sorry. There is dinner and a movie tonight called The Trip. The Crystal has been doing this weekly where they serve a dinner and then at the same time you can watch a movie. Movies are about $7, and then the dinners, of course, cost separate. And it starts at 7 p.m. at the Crystal tonight. They're doing The Trip, and I'm not quite sure what it's about, but I can only imagine it's probably good. And at St. Anthony's Church, they're having a St. Patrick lecture with, Traylog, our fave. He's going to be doing a free public lecture over there at 7 p.m. about St. Patrick's. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, but that's what I've got going on for Monday. Up next, we've got Asaph's segment called Musical Notes. And he's got a super cool one today.
Yeah, so do you want to
Asaph,
start off?
yeah.
Let's introduce the clip before we talk about it.
All right.
What's the clip
The name
about?
of the song is called The Scherzo in D minor by a famous trumpeter and a pastor named Rafael Mendez.
Cool.
All right, let's check him out. Yeah, what can you say about him, Asaph?
Yeah, Asaph has actually got a cool story.
Yeah, he comes from a family of 15, 10 boys and 5 girls. Can you imagine that? Born in Mexico. And his father was a band leader, so since Mendez was the littlest boy of the family, they gave him a little cornet. And he started showing some musical skills that most 5-year-old kids don't show.
Oh.
Eventually he gets kidnapped by the bandit Pancho Villa in Mexico. And so the boy doesn't want to play at first. So Pancho Villa puts him in front of a firing squad and says, "You will play the trumpet for us." Yeah. So Rafael Mendez decides to play, and for a few years he plays for Pancho Villa. Eventually they take him back to his family, and he eventually comes to the U.S. And he does all kinds of concerts all around the world, television, goes to high schools, junior high schools, and just plays his trumpet for people. But he's considered the greatest trumpet player to ever live because of that amazing technique like you saw.
Tell what happened to him while he was in the United States.
Yeah, he was playing at the Ford Theater, and when they're getting ready for a show, somebody walked into those revolving doors that they used to have at that time and hit the trumpet, which crushed his lip. So instead of stopping, he plays the entire show with his injured lip, which made infection set in and everything.
Wow.
So,
well, the nice thing about it, like, I've met some trumpet players, and they have to, like, it's hard. You can't play trumpet when you're like in your 70s and 80s because your lips are like torn to shreds.
Yeah.
It's like you like, that's why so many of them like practice on so many parts of the lip. Like I've known some people who have 6 different embouchures on their lips.
Oh wow.
So they play up on the higher lip up here, lower lip, upper lip, lower, up, lower. Mm-hmm. Just kind of like different parts of the lip and play. Because when I was playing, when I grew up playing trombone, my embouchure was like right here. So if you take a look, it was like right here because my trombone bell would like push my face.
Oh.
So I'd have to play kind of from the side rather than
Yeah,
playing it directly in the middle.
Too about Mendez, which was interesting, is all the famous trumpeters of the past tried to help him to play. Nobody could help him.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back to Mexico and they do an old-fashioned remedy where they literally burned a hole in his lip, got all the infection and everything out, and his father told him, "Don't touch the trumpet for 30 days.
Wow.
And then they had him do those low tones on the trumpet, and eventually he was able to play again. And he went on to just do some great things with his life as a trumpet player. And when I was in junior high school, it was required to watch Mendez, our entire school district, for whatever instrument you want to learn how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So they made us watch that clip that you saw. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, and another thing that was interesting about him was he mastered a technique called circular breathing, where you breathe through your nose while blowing out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like you're holding your breath indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then
cool
you got to meet him one time, right?
Well, I got to talk to him when I was in high school, and I asked him, how did he get so good playing the trumpet? Practicing scales.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just scales, and scales.
Wow.
So that's my little story about Rafael Mendez.
That's cool. He sounds like a really cool guy.
And he was an interesting trumpet player, considered the greatest trumpeter that ever lived.
Yeah. That's really neat. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Asaph.
Sure.
Cool. Well, that was Musical Notes with Asaph. Up next, I've got Tuesday events. There is a book reading at the University of Montana tomorrow. It's called Thinking Its Presence, The Racial Imaginary. This is put on by Claudia Ricane, which is a Jamaican-born poet who's been nominated for the National Book Award. She's going to deliver the keynote address at 7 p.m. Saturday in the University Center Theater. But for tomorrow, she's got a lecture. And so she's going to read from her book and going to lecture about it. It'll be in the UC Theater tomorrow at 9 a.m. Oh, 9 a.m. Start bright and early. Bright and early, everyone. Yeah.
Your morning started off with a lecture from a poet.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So, Thinking Its Presence examines creative writing and scholarship that rethinks the complex and inseparable links between literary forms and racialized founding.
Cool.
Oh, racialized thinking processes and histories that have shaped this country since its founding.
I'm convinced now.
Yeah, it should be fun. Why not start your day off
That's
with
great.
a poetry reading and a lecture?
Yeah.
So Chico's, which is a store in the mall, they're doing a Chico's March for Meals benefit. And so you can taste for the latest, your taste for the latest in women's fashions can help support the Meals on Wheels program.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they're gonna
I really like the whole like transition between it. It's like Chico's is a clothing store.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not gonna eat the clothing. So how about like if people have bad taste in clothing, right? It's like it's like how about like taste in clothing, like the like that. It's like that's a good idea.
Yeah,
We'll market it.
That's good word on play, Chico's.
And it's also for a nonprofit.
Play
Oh,
on
that's
words.
good. That's good. That's good.
So 10% of all the purchases donated, sold tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m., are gonna go to Missoula Aging Services.
Cool. And
their Meals on Wheels. That's awesome, because that's really helping out our friends over at the Missoula Aging Services. Thanks for everything you guys do.
Yep.
So the Spectrum Discovery Area, that awesome science center for kids, their discovery bench is astrobiology, and the brain lab is fruit fly fun. There is family yoga at the Children's Museum of Missoula. Starts at 11 tomorrow from 11 to 11:30. Read Dogs, which is my favorite event, is at the Missoula Public Library, where you can go and read to a reading education assistance dog. They're very sweet and specially trained just to listen to you if you don't have anyone else to read to. That's from 3 to 4 tomorrow in the Dragon Rug in the children's area. At the same time as Lego Club, that's going to be in a large meeting room at the Missoula Public Library. Starts at 3:30. Lego and Duplo pieces are provided. If you're under 12, you got to have an adult with you. But other than that, just bring your imagination and your want for fun. The Learning Center at Red Willow, they've got easy yoga for beginners. This is it's an ongoing class. You can join anytime. Starts at 4 p.m.
I've never been to the Learning Center at the Red Willow.
Oh, really?
Where is that? Is that at
825 West Kent Avenue.
Kent Avenue?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I've never have either, but they have a ton of stuff.
They always have a
going
ton of
on all the
stuff.
time.
Do they have Toastmasters there too? Or?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Oh, Toastmasters at a hotel usually.
Yeah. But I just now realized that I've been saying Tuesday on everything, but tomorrow's Thursday. Sorry, guys.
Raise the lady.
I know. I think it's
This
Monday
is all
for
like.
some reason.
We'll just run this for next Monday. And we'll be good.
Yeah. So it's ongoing class. You can join anytime. 4 to 5:15. $45 for 6 weeks, or just $10 to drop in. And yeah, it's just a really easy beginner's yoga, gentle practice, and easy moves. And if you are just getting started or want to get back into it. But they always have a lot of really great like meditation and yogas and lots of classes, and it'd be a good place to go check out if anyone's interested. One day I will. There is a downtown drop-in wine tasting at La Grada Bella tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's every Thursday at 5 p.m. Cost is $10. There's a different theme each week and a minimum of 4 wines. There is an Irish film night at the Roxy Theater starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow night. They are going to show Song of the Sea. It's an Academy Award nominated animated film that draws a story from Irish mythology. It's a family film and kids will love it. And so it begins at 5:15. The second presentation is Seal Our Butte, a documentary in Irish with English subtitles about 3 brothers who emigrate from Ireland to Butte with tragic consequences. Cool.
Wow.
I think that's really, really neat.
That's
There
kind of
was
crazy.
I think it was last night on PBS, there was a show about Butte. And I thought that was pretty cool. I wish I had caught it. But Butte's got such cool history.
Yeah.
It's super interesting.
At one time, it was like one of the most populated cities around
One
the
of the
United
richest
States.
cities in the world. No, because all that copper.
The Copper Kings and all this stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I took a Montana history class, and one of the things they said that because of all that copper, all the sulfuric acid, it would go into the air and you wouldn't be able to see anything. You couldn't see 10 feet in front of you because of all the pollution.
Wow.
They had to put bells on buses because people would just walk right into the street and just get hit because they couldn't see anything.
I didn't know the buses were that quiet.
Yeah. And so they said that, but they did boast that the women in Butte have the most beautiful skin because of all the sulfuric acid.
Nice.
That was
Get all the germs in their pores and skin.
Yeah.
It's good in skin.
Yeah,
All the
that's the
sulfuric
thing.
acid. Oh my god. It was like, I just go outside and get sulfuric acid tanned.
Yeah.
That makes me really white and a little hint of gray.
Yeah, that was a way to promote their Butte for the entire world. I don't know.
Didn't you like cut your life in half? It's like, yeah, but who wants to die old?
Dude, yeah, the average lifespan there was like 30 because of all the pollution.
Oh, gross.
I know.
Now all that pollution's in their pit.
Yeah, I know. It's on the pit.
It's on that little pit.
Hopefully it won't flow over.
Their water's useless.
Yeah, don't drink it.
You either become really tall or you're really short in Butte.
Yeah.
Hopefully tall in BA. All right, moving on.
At Community Medical Center, they are hosting their Treasure State Toastmasters, where this is a group that gets together every week, a couple times a week, and they help each other improve their public speaking abilities. So they give feedback, they just, stand up in front of each other, talk, and help improve their public speaking abilities. It's free, and it happens all the time. It's a really great way to improve your skills if you want to and don't know how. Starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow, Community Medical Center, 2827 Fort Missoula Road. There is a cooking class at the Good Food Store, hands-on pizza.
Hands-on pizza.
Yes. $35. Greg Reagan, he is going to show everyone how to make hands-on pizza. He is big a pizza sous chef for more than 10 years, so he knows what he's doing. And so they're going to make basic pizza dough kneading and tossing, Greg's homemade red sauce, Bika's famous maple chipotle sauce, Mama Reagan's turkey ricotta meatballs, and Greg's dessert pizza.
Did you say maple chipotle?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maple chipotle sauce.
That's pretty.
Oh my god.
It's like sweet and spicy.
Yeah. Two of the best things. It'd be fun if Wake Up Missoula had a cooking show.
Yeah.
Wake Up Missoula
with cooking.
eggs.
If you're a cook and interested in cooking on our show, email us.
Yeah. If you're interested in cooking for us on our show, email us.
I don't know. You can
hungry.
do I don't know.
We ate cookies this morning. That's not good.
And like weird Japanese candy.
Yeah,
which isn't really candy because it's like made from tea.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
really good.
Squishy. I don't know. Those Japanese have got some crazy food.
It's like fruity tea related stuff.
Yeah. All right. There is Roxy Theater volunteer orientation at the Roxy Theater tomorrow. And so orientation takes about an hour. Attendees will get an overview of volunteering at the Roxy and the different shifts available. You'll be able to sell tickets, sell drinks and snacks at the concessions, and work behind the scenes to run the projectors. And you will get a free moving screening following the orientation. That's at 7 p.m. at the Roxy tomorrow night. There is a field guide to ultra running book in the long haul film. So it's at the Runner's Edge. So they're gonna host legendary ultra runner Hal Corner as he shares about his new book, A Field Guide to Ultra Running. And they're also going to be screening the new film, The Long Haul, about Hal and Mike Wolf's record-setting of a 225-mile run in 2013. They'll both be at the event for Q&A. It's free, open to the public. Oh no, just kidding. Tickets are $20. So it's free with a donation of $20. It is required.
A donation of a required $20.
Yeah. 7 o'clock at the Runner's Edge tomorrow. There is a lecture tomorrow night at 7:30 at the University of Montana. It's the ecological significance of moss. So you can learn about these poorly understood plants. From the talk, who's Mandy Slate. She's going to be presenting this lecture. That'll be in room L09, Gallagher Business Building at the university. And my last event for today and tomorrow is the Native American Paranormal Society.
What?
Yeah. Starts at the University of Montana at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And so they're going to be talking about the paranormal. So I'll read you guys what it says. So it's a play by William S. Yellowrobe that will be performed as part of the University of Montana's Creative Writing Program Conference. Thinking Its Presence, the Racial Imaginary. Oh, cool. So this correlates with the gal that I was talking about earlier in this segment. And yeah, so they're gonna attend you can attend the conference, you can listen to the lecture and listen to the play, and yeah, should be pretty sweet. That's at the University of Montana UC Theater tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yeah, so that's what's going on today and tomorrow. As always, you can check out the MissoulaEvents.com or MissoulaEvents.net. You can check out the Independent, the newspaper, and the university event page for everything that's going on here in Missoula. There's always lots of really fun things happening. Yeah.
I'm trying to look up that picture.
Yeah, so if you guys remember last week, I didn't hear about this until I got to school the next day, but someone hacked one of those traffic signs. We can type stuff in the back and display a message, like if the road is closed. And
it did make cable networks, and they talked about it and made fun of us. But this is what it said. Apparently, those things are really easy to hack. I'm sure if you open it and then just type in something.
I would think that if you knew the code, you could definitely hack it. And I'm sure people saw, but no one cared. But the Denver Post actually called the Montana Kaiman, our school newspaper, and asked the editor if they could post about it on their newspaper. So I thought that was kind of funny. We're getting national recognition for that silly prank. Yep. And there was even a quote from the school officer that was like, I actually think it's kind of funny. And it's super harmless. It is. It's not. It's harmless. If it was smoke meth every day,
but
I'd be more concerned.
But speaking of violence and not violence, but
great.
Something that could be harmful. Well, there's always fights on subways, and this is no exception. But the way it was solved was very unique.
Oh,
and
this is what you're talking about?
Yeah, I was talking about earlier, and here's this little video. And you see these two fighting in there, and it's instead of someone getting in between them, somebody literally just walks in between them, and then just ignores them. He's he doesn't care. He just walks out in front of them and just hey, excuse me, and then just sits there, and just is right literally in between them, and is not even.
That's hilarious.
Are those mangoes he's eating?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just nonchalantly.
He's just
hey, chill out.
He's okay, guys, that's enough, and then just keeps on eating.
I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
That's great. What a funny guy. he's probably does mediation for work. I bet he's just a professional mediator.
Mm-hmm.
He's stop, break it up.
But now it's time for our very favorite segment. It's Hallmark or Bullmark. All right, hit it, Asaph.
I love this segment.
I haven't done this in a while.
I know, we haven't done it in a while.
I haven't done this in a while, but this one's for you, ladies.
Oh, good.
When a woman is swept on an enchanting adventure in her hometown where she's challenged in life's morality and love when she runs into her old flame. In simpler times, they were happy, but a little white lie turned into a life-threatening situation that tore the two apart. Now reunited, can she learn to trust the man she once loved, or will she repeat the mistakes of her past? And this is Seconds to Love. Hallmark or Bullmark? I'll start with you, Asaph. Is this Hallmark or Bullmark?
I'm gonna say Hallmark.
You can say Hallmark?
Yeah.
It's super vague. I'm gonna say Hallmark too.
Where you guys are completely wrong because it's Bullmark.
What? Really?
It is. I completely made it up.
You're tricking us, Scott. I was oh, that's so vague. I'm sure it's Hallmark.
Speaking of vague, here's the next one.
Little trickster.
Bride-to-be Kim Tyler is about to find out that getting to the altar is a long journey, even when it's in her own backyard. Now she's all set to have the wedding of her dreams with Jeffrey in her parents' backyard.
Come on, Kim.
Kim grew up loving her next-door neighbor and ex-husband, Evan, whose parents still live next door, as her ex-in-laws keep popping up, causing her to seriously question her big plans with Jeffrey. Will Kim decide to go with the stable Jeffrey or run back to Evan, the boy next door? And this is called Backyard Wedding. Is this a Hallmark or Bullmark? I'll start with the other, not Asaph. I'll start with the girl. I'll start with the girl. Wait, the boy? It's Missoula. Hey. Okay,
No,
so what do you
the
think?
real
Is
girl.
it a real movie or is it fake?
It's a movie. I think it's a Hallmark movie.
What do you think?
I
Asa?
agree.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
We're going full Hallmark today.
It's a Hallmark movie.
Yes.
Yes, you were wrong the first time. It was Bullmark.
I was right the first time.
You said it was real. It wasn't.
I don't
All right,
I'm
so you
always
guys
right.
are you have 50% this time.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's hilarious. So, Backyard Kim.
Backyard
Tower.
Oh yeah.
Oh. As her ex-in-laws keep popping up, causing her to seriously question her.
But I do want to advertise MCAT music because we just
Yes.
released the whole entire album, the whole entire living room session from the Dodgy Mountain Men. So if you not take a look at me and take a look at our website, you can see if you like us, MCAT music, you can see all sorts of great, wonderful videos.
Yeah.
And here's a little taste.
We've been down that road. We've been down that road before. Down that road.
Oh.
Thank you.
So much tension in the air.
We'd like to thank Brown Dog for hanging out tonight with us. And all you guys for showing up.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
This next number is entitled Halfway to the Moon. New one for me and the guys, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, 2, 3, 4. One thing I've got to say is I've missed you every day since you've been halfway to the moon. I don't look the other way, and lordy lord, I'd never stray. So baby, come home soon. I've been out with the wrong type of crowd. I've been listening to my music too loud. Pacing this room, my phone holes in my shoes. So baby, come home soon.
Yeah. So there's a little taste
guys
of
are good.
the Dodgy Mountain Men.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
I like that song.
And then you can see all 20 minutes of them. And of course, we have their whole set up here on MCAT sometime next month. So I'll talk a little more about that, where they have their full 32-minute playlist as well. You'll some of the songs that are not in this nice little living room session video online, but will be on our channel on channel 189 sometime in the future. But you can find out more information by logging on to
Missoula Community Access
Missoula
Television.
Community Access Television,
Check out-
MCAT.org, to see
Yeah.
all our wonderful programs, which include Wake Up Missoula and then some. You can follow MCAT on Twitter to see what new programs are coming up today. You can like MCAT on Facebook. You should totally like Wake Up Missoula on Facebook, of course.
Duh.
Follow us on Twitter. And not to mention, you can contact us on our Wake Up Missoula page, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You go to the Contact Us tab, or you can go to our home to see our current episode and our past episodes by looking at our videos.
Yeah.
But, of course, I want to say thank you to Noelle McAvoy for joining me on this morning.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us this morning, Noelle.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us.
I come every morning usually. Usually here.
Don't stop playing.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks you guys for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Well, for Break Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Noelle McFoy. We'll see you guys Friday.